Hey there, Mom. I just wanted to let you know that I sent the $1,000 to your bank account.
Oh, thank you so much for doing that. It's always a big help when you send money.
Yeah, of course, no problem. But I had a question about Nancy. Is she getting any better? Do you know how much longer I'm going to have to send money like this?
You want to know how Nancy is doing? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Well, I just mean that Nancy went back home to recover, right? After she quit her job because she was getting too sick to work about 2 years ago. I remember her telling me that she was hardly mobile anymore and was going to move in with you and Dad. Anyways, I want to keep helping support her, but I just don't know if I can keep sending money at this rate.
Oh, that's right. That's why you've been sending money all this time. I had almost forgotten, to be perfectly honest.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time before I had to be truthful with you about this. The fact of the matter is that your sister Nancy was never sick at all. She's been living at home, but she's perfectly healthy. Not only that, but this year she met someone special, and the two of them are going to be getting married.
They're going to be getting married?
That's right, and to a really, really great guy, actually. He works for a big company and makes a ton of money, so I don't think we'll even need you to send us any more from now on. After all, your sister's husband is going to be making enough money to take care of all of us.
But just hold on a second. What do you mean Nancy is getting married? I thought she was sick and dying over there with you.
Oh, no, of course not. Nothing like that at all. She's just been living her life over here the past 2 years, and in that time she met her rich, successful fiancé, and now they're engaged. I honestly couldn't be happier or more proud as a mother right now.
You mean that I believed that my sister was horribly sick for the past 2 years when she never even was? But this doesn't make any sense. I mean, you were the one that told me 2 years ago that Nancy wasn't doing well. You said she was shaky and could hardly move, and that's when you asked me to start sending you $1,000 a month to help take care of her. I was just doing that just for my sister.
Well, I really am sorry about the mix-up, Valerie. The fact of the matter is that we were just tricking you and using that money to help your sister find someone to marry.
You used all that money I sent to let Nancy go on dates with people?
Of course, you have no idea how much money has to go into making sure Nancy always looks good and has a new outfit for her dates. Honestly, if it weren't for the support that you were providing, I don't think any of this would have been possible. There's no way I could have afforded to do what we did with my pension.
But, I mean, I still don't get it. You told me that you wanted the money because things were getting really hard for you. You said that Nancy was wasting away in bed and that's why you needed my help. The whole time I've been living on a shoestring budget while telling myself that I'm doing it all for my sister.
Well, you were doing it all for your sister, and now thanks to you, she is finally going to get married. Aren't you happy that you helped her find that special someone?
That isn't the problem here, and you know it, Mom. I mean that you lied to me to get my money.
Well, who cares what the reason was? It isn't like you didn't end up giving up the money anyways. If you weren't able to pay us when you wouldn't have, I just saw that you had the spare cash and thought of a good way to put it to use.
But that isn't your choice to make. It was my money, and I thought I was giving it to a cause that wasn't even real.
You really need to get over yourself. You were only sending me $1,000 a month, you know. Are you really going to get so upset over such a measly sum?
I've been sending you that much money every single month for the past 2 years. And you kept up your lie all this time, too. You know that I was struggling with this, and you still had me believing it was true.
What do you want, Valerie? A trophy? The money you sent us is only going to be a drop in the bucket compared to what Nancy's fiancé is going to be helping us with.
Well, fine then. I guess I don't have to be sending any more money then, do I?
That's right. We're through with you. You can just go and get lost. Consider this my way of saying that you're out of the family. I don't need a daughter who can barely afford to send her mom $1,000 every month.
Well, fine then. I hope that you all get along great living off Nancy's husband's money. But I don't ever want to hear back from you or Nancy ever again.
Hey sis, thank you so much for sending the money again this month. I just want you to know that it's all thanks to you that I'm going to be able to get married now. And to such an amazing guy too. I really am thankful for all that you've done.
Well, there's a lot I'd like to say right now, but I guess I still do owe you a congratulations on your engagement. I'll be sure to send a gift for the two of you soon.
Oh, thank you so much. That really is so sweet of you.
But Nancy, I was just wondering, how are you doing? Like, physically, I mean. I remember that you were having some serious issues a while ago and that it got so bad you had to quit your work.
Wait, what? I thought that Mom already told you the truth. Didn't she? Or are you still just that worried about me? You really are too nice sometimes, do you know that? How could I have gone on as many dates as I did if I was that sick?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean, yes, it is true I was having trouble at work and that's why I quit. But if I'm being honest, I was the source of all the trouble. Basically, I was sleeping with my old bosses and someone high up found out and so I was fired. That's all that happened.
Are you kidding me? That's why you had to leave your last job?
Yeah, so I didn't leave because I was having health issues or anything like that. It was basically just because apparently it's against company policy to use company property to conduct your affairs on.
I don't even know what to say to all of this. It's all been a lie. I don't know whether I should laugh or cry right now. This whole time I'd been so worried about you. And now I just feel like an idiot for ever even wanting to help you.
Oh, come on. You really shouldn't be so hard on yourself, you know. I mean, sure, you were stupid for not ever checking that I really was sick, but you still helped Mom and I out a lot.
This isn't a joke. I'm seriously upset with you right now. Do you have any idea just how hard my life has gotten because of the money I was sending your way? How many shocks and scares and worries I've had that still didn't stop me from sending that money to you every month? And all because I thought I was doing what was best for my family.
I think that you've done a really great job. I mean, it sounds like you've been working so hard, you might end up the sick one. But at least you can take pride in the fact that you've helped me find a fiancé, right?
No, I am through with you and I'm through with Mom. I never want to talk to either of you again. I won't even ask that you pay back all the money that I've given you up till now. Just please never talk to me again, okay? I'm going to go home and pack up my things, and that will be the last we ever see of each other.
Wait, you mean you're going to be coming here?
I'll be out of your hair soon. I just need to collect some of my belongings at Mom's house. I have some important documents and cards that are in a safe there that I need to pick up as well.
Oh, well, I really don't think there's much point in trying to get those now. I mean, by cards, you mean the card for your savings account, right? Well, there's nothing left in there now anyways.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that we were hiding lots of things from you, like the fact that I used your money to pay off the lawsuit that my boss's wife was trying to serve me with. There was no way that I was going to afford paying something like that, so I just took a little from you is all.
I don't believe this. So on top of all the money I was giving you, you stole even more from me?
Well, it's not my fault that you left so many banking materials and stuff here at Mom's house.
I only left them there because I thought I was the only one using the account and I had hardly ever touched it. But you're telling me that you emptied out my savings account?
Yeah, but there was only like $30,000 in there, so it's all good.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to save up all that money?
Well, you should have seen Mom when I suggested the idea. She told me what your PIN number was for the card right away.
I can't believe that the two of you have been lying to me about so much for so long.
Well, it's not that we're not thankful for the money that you've been sending us. I mean, it's thanks to you that I'm finally going to be getting married.
Oh, I seriously can't stand you right now, Nancy. And you've been like this ever since we were little, too. You always used Mom against me and always had to have whatever I happened to be playing with or eating.
We sure did have some good times when we were younger, huh? But that's just what sisters do. Don't be so mad.
How dare you try and tell me how to feel about this?
Look, I thought you said that you didn't want to talk to Mom or I ever again, right? Well, then just go away so I can enjoy being married to my rich and successful husband. We're gonna start a happy family and have lots of kids. But it sounds like you have a lot of work to recoup all the money you've lost. Meanwhile, my husband works for Tower Corp and will never need to worry about money.
Your husband works for Tower Corp?
That's right. I guess I really haven't told you anything about my fiance, have I? Well, all you need to know is that Ben is smart and rich and just amazing. Not only that, but he's still in his 20s and already a manager at Tower Corp. He already makes over $100,000 a year. And now that we're engaged to be married, that means that all that money is going to be all mine.
So you're telling me that right now you're engaged to marry a manager from Tower Corp?
That's what I said. I know that you must be burning up with jealousy, huh? Especially after finding out the rest of the lies Mom and I were telling you.
But this isn't adding up still.
Well, that's tough, but I've got to go. I'm meeting my fiance for lunch and I'm not going to let you make me late.
Hey, Mom, is Nancy's fiancé really a manager at Tower Corp?
Well, look who it is. I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Do you really want to do this right now?
Oh, I do. I thought I had finally gotten rid of you. Now what do you want?
Look, Mom, I just want to ask a couple questions about Nancy's fiancé.
And just what is there to know? They've been together nearly 2 years. He's a rich and smart man, and it's clear that you're probably jealous of the two of them.
I'm really not jealous of Nancy at all, actually, but I just think that something is strange here, and that's why I'm checking.
What's strange, huh? You're just upset that your sister is such an amazing husband who is already so ahead in his career for his young age. Did you know that he even agreed to live in my house with Nancy once they're married?
Did he really say that?
Well, of course. He knows what it means to be a good son-in-law. And it helps that he makes so much money, too. I'm never going to have to worry about money again.
I don't know why I even bother with you sometimes, but whatever. Have fun living with Nancy's unemployed fiancé.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
No, it's clear you don't want to talk to me. I'm leaving.
No, hold on just a moment. What do you mean Nancy's fiancé is unemployed?
Well, Nancy says this guy is a manager at Tower Corp, right? But I've never seen that guy around the office once. So you might want to double check that you really know who that man even is.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean that I do remember a Ben in my office who sounds very similar to the man Nancy's describing, so I'm just wanting to look into them. He used to work under me.
What do you mean he was working for you? Where even are you working right now?
Oh, right, I suppose that I never told you, did I? I'm working for Tower Corp as well.
Wait, what? Since when are you working for a place like that?
Well, yes, and I'm very busy every day with work and meetings and projects. But I do know that I've never seen this Ben guy at any of those manager meetings, and I go to every single one of those.
But wait, so you're at these manager meetings?
Well, of course, I work as a manager for Tower Corp after all.
Wait, what? You're telling me that you work as a manager for Tower Corp?
This is literally what I just typed, yes. I started working there about 2 years ago. And apparently I did a good enough job to be promoted to manager.
But you never told me that. And you've had that job for 2 years? Why would you hide that from me?
Well, I just thought that you and Nancy were already going through so much at home. So part of the reason I applied for the job was because of the higher pay. But I didn't want you worrying about me as well. But even so, it was still so hard to keep up with all those payments to you and Nancy. I had to start budgeting really everything in my life. And right when I thought things were finally starting to settle down, I find out that you've been lying to me this whole time.
So then, does this mean that you're also making over $100,000 a year? I mean, if you're working as a manager there, then you must be.
Oh, I make plenty of money, but you're never going to see another cent of it. Anyways, have a nice life, Mom.
Valerie, are you there? It's so horrible. You were right. Ben doesn't have a job. He told me that he quit his job at Tower Corp not that long ago.
I knew it was the same person I was thinking about.
This whole time he was lying about his position in the company and how much money he makes all try and get married. How could someone do that?
Yeah, how could someone lie through their teeth to exploit someone else like that?
I don't know what to do. The truth is I still want to marry Ben and we had our civil ceremony just yesterday.
So you mean that you and Ben are legally married now?
That's right. I know Mom wanted me to wait for the wedding, but I just couldn't. I love Ben and I wanted to marry him.
But you didn't find out that he was jobless until the next morning. Well, it sounds like you two have a lot to talk about now, don't you?
But you think that he'll be able to find another job soon, right? I mean, if he was working as a manager there, then everyone should want to hire him. Not only that, but he did go to good schools and all that. I'm sure he'll find a job just as good as the one he used to have.
Nancy, you do realize that Ben was never working as a manager at Tower Corp, right? Besides, I finally remembered who Ben was. He was a terrible employee who always tried to get the other to do work for him.
You're kidding me. Are you really sure it's the same Ben?
I'm 99% positive. He would always complain that the work was beneath him and have to pass it off to someone else. And when he would do his work and would point out little mistakes, he would call the rest of the staff stupid and say we didn't understand.
You can't be serious. Did he really act that way?
That's right, so I really don't see how someone like him could even make manager. But I remember the one day he stood up and said he was better than Tower Corp and stormed out of the office.
So, you mean he just left his job at a place like that? Out of pride?
Certainly seems that way to me, yes. And since that's how he left his job, I can't see him asking for a letter of recommendation. But I suppose that even after hearing all of this, you still want to get married to this no-good liar, right?
But you can't be right. I know my husband and he isn't like that.
And just how would you know that? You've spent this whole time looking for a rich husband. Are you sure you did the proper research to make sure you found an honest and trustworthy one, too?
Oh no, this is really, really bad. What am I supposed to do? Please, I need your help. Do you think I should leave him? I feel like we have no choice but to get a divorce. I mean, how am I supposed to be married to an employed liar?
I don't really see how any of that is my business. After all, I thought we weren't talking to each other anymore, right?
Wait, no. You're not just going to leave me like this, right? Please, don't you see that I really need you right now?
Of course I'm going to leave you like this. Why in the world would I ever want to help you? I thought I was helping you for years, but it turns out that you and Mom were just lying to me. I dedicated the last 2 years of my life to making sure that you and Mom had enough to get by, and really all I was funding was your scam of marriage. If you want money, you can ask your friends, but don't even contact me again or ask for anything. I mean it. After that, I started getting texts from my mom asking me to help my sister. I just told her that if she wanted help now, she would have to pay back all the money I'd given them in the past. Mom stopped texting me after that. I later heard through the grapevine that Nancy and Ben didn't end up getting a divorce after all. Instead, the three of them are living at Mom's place. They have all, however, had to go out and find jobs to support each other. I heard that Ben tried to apply to high-paying jobs with huge companies, but that no one was taking him without a letter of recommendation. Now all three of them are working part-time jobs just to make ends meet. As for me, I ended up blocking both Nancy and my mom's numbers when, after some trouble finding jobs, they began to text me asking for money again. I'd told myself that I'd keep the lines of communication open in case either of them had a change of heart. When I realized they would only ever see me as an ATM, I knew what I had to do. Of course, it makes me sad to think about how things ended with my family, but I also knew that at the end of the day, I had to put myself first. It's not easy being lied to. But showing myself the respect I deserve is the first step to recovery.
Thank you for watching.